a race filled with chaos, questionable strategy calls, a first corner incident, and pit wall drama completely reshaped the course of today's Grand Prix. Yet, amid all that turmoil, a rookie managed to write a piece of history never seen before in Formula One, and the way he did it shocked everyone in the paddock. What really happened behind this remarkable victory, and how did one race turn into one of the most dramatic Grand Prix of the season? Watch until the end, because there's a truly surprising fact waiting for you. This Grand Prix undeniably marked a new chapter in Formula One history that's impossible to ignore. Kimi Antonelli delivered an extraordinary achievement by becoming the first driver ever to convert his first 3 pole positions into consecutive Grand Prix victories. A record that highlights not only his natural talent, but also a level of mental maturity rarely seen in such a young driver. More than just a win, his performance today reflected composure under pressure, consistency throughout the race, and intelligence in managing both strategy and car performance at the highest level of competition. On the other hand, the race left several teams and drivers disappointed. Lando Norris was visibly frustrated with McLaren's strategy decisions from the pit wall, which were widely seen as less than optimal, especially in key moments that could have been capitalised on for a stronger result. Ferrari, meanwhile, faced yet another serious challenge. Lewis Hamilton was involved in contact with Franco Colapinto on the opening lap, an incident that immediately damaged a critical part of his car and compromised his performance from the start. From that point on, Hamilton had to fight just to maintain his pace, while any realistic chance of competing at the front disappeared within just a few laps. Before the race even began, the F1 world was already buzzing following comments from FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem, who confirmed that Formula One is set to return to V8 engines. He stated that the plan is 100% certain to be implemented by 2031 at the latest, and potentially even sooner if manufacturers agree. The new engines are expected to retain some level of electrification, although key technical details, such as whether they will be turbocharged or naturally aspirated, have yet to be finalised. Max Verstappen also reiterated that the current 50-50 power unit split is not ideal, and expressed hope that a new direction will be adopted soon. From Ferrari's side, Lewis Hamilton arrived with strong optimism after the team indicated minor improvements in setup, particularly following adjustments made between the sprint session and qualifying. Those changes briefly raised hopes that the car would be more competitive, especially under pressure in grid-deciding sessions. However, that optimism quickly faded after the early race incident, which immediately disrupted both his rhythm and the team's overall strategy. Hamilton himself admitted that the Ferrari still struggles to unlock its full potential during crucial qualifying moments. This limitation cost them the opportunity to start from a more advantageous position, leaving them on the defensive right from the beginning of the race. Ultimately, this made it even more difficult for Ferrari to fight at the front, highlighting that while progress has been made, there are still significant gaps that must be addressed if they want to return as serious contenders. Further drama came from Isaac Hadjar, who was disqualified from the qualifying results due to a technical infringement. FIA inspections found that his car's floor exceeded the reference limit by 2 millimeters. Although only Hadjar's car underwent detailed checks, the incident once again raised questions about the consistency of technical scrutiny in the paddock. The race itself began under uncertain weather conditions. Rain had been forecast, and there was even a threat of lightning around the circuit that could have forced a stoppage under local safety regulations. In the end, however, the rain never arrived, and the race proceeded in dry conditions, ironically making team strategies even more complicated. The race start immediately delivered major chaos. Antonelli didn't get a perfect launch, and Charles Leclerc briefly took the lead heading into Turn 1. However, the situation changed instantly as 3 cars entered the corner side by side under intense pressure. Max Verstappen lost control and spun 360 degrees after being too aggressive on the throttle over the curb. Despite the scare, he managed to rejoin the track without hitting anything and continued the race. Shortly after, Hamilton found himself in a duel with Colapinto. Contact between the two caused significant damage to the left side of Hamilton's car, particularly the floor, an area that is crucial for aerodynamic performance. The damage compromised his pace right from the early stages of the race. Meanwhile, at the front, Antonelli, Norris and Piastri continued battling at a tight and relentless pace. McLaren actually showed very competitive speed, but poor pit stop timing cost them the chance to secure track position early. Antonelli and Mercedes, on the other hand, executed the undercut perfectly and took control of the race. The drama continued with a series of incidents that further complicated the Grand Prix. One key moment came when Isaac Hadjar crashed in the technical sector after a small mistake turned into a costly one, halting what had been a promising run. Not long after, another incident unfolded involving Pierre Gasly and Liam Lawson in a heavy collision, forcing race control to deploy the safety car to ensure track safety. This situation completely disrupted the strategy of nearly every team. With uncertain weather looming, some drivers chose to stay out longer, hoping rain would arrive and provide a strategic advantage. However, the expected rain never came, and those decisions ultimately backfired. The combination of incidents, the safety car, and inaccurate weather predictions turned the race into a highly unpredictable contest, testing both strategic precision and each team's ability to adapt under pressure. Once the race stabilised, Antonelli began to build a solid gap over Norris. Despite strong pressure from McLaren, he maintained a consistent pace without making any significant mistakes. Norris appeared quicker than Piastri, but still couldn't break through the dominance at the front. In the closing stages, strategy became the decisive factor. Drivers like Verstappen attempted to stretch an aggressive one-stop strategy, but heavily worn tyres made it difficult to hold position. Meanwhile, Russell managed a late race recovery after finding a better setup with Mercedes. The drama didn't ease up even in the final laps, highlighting just how intense and unpredictable this race was. Charles Leclerc once again became the centre of attention after a crucial moment in the final sector, where he lost control of his car and nearly hit the wall under immense pressure, with every second determining the final outcome. Although he avoided a major crash and made it to the finish line, the impact of the incident was significant. His Ferrari sustained damage to the front left suspension, severely affecting the car's stability and performance. As a result, Leclerc lost valuable time during the decisive phase, ultimately costing him a chance at a stronger finish. In the end, Kimi Antonelli crossed the line as the winner, strengthening his position at the top of the standings. Norris finished second after a hard-fought battle, while Leclerc still secured a podium despite driving a damaged car. This race wasn't just about Antonelli's victory. It was about questionable strategies, on-track incidents, pit wall decisions under scrutiny, and the looming changes that could reshape Formula One's future, with talks of a return to V8 engines. With Antonelli's incredible performance and strategic mistakes from the top teams, are we witnessing the beginning of a new era? Share your thoughts below.